Good morning, everyone. How are we doing? Well, we are back at it. I'm sorry I didn't do a video yesterday. I was just in entirely too much pain to worry about it. Here's Sarah Cuda. And we have got a big one to start out with. So I'm going to film here and probably film with the last one. And I appreciate all you guys leaving comments as to what I could do videos about. Today I'm going to do a video on, well, you'll just have to wait and see. But hope you're having a blessed day. And I have got to get to work, guys. So I want to get this week over with and get on to what's next. So see you soon. All right, guys and gals, there it is, all done. Woo, big yard, big yard. Looking good, all trimmed up, nice swimming pool up there. Real quick, Gordon Fisherman here. Don't forget to try our select breaded fish skins and guts at your local grocery store. They're on sale right now. Anyway, hey, I got to give a big shout out to somebody that helped me. Lou Roberts, Sensei Lou. Been going through a lot of pain, you guys know that. Sciatic is just brutal when you're out here. It hurts down into your knee, it hurts into your hip joint, it just hurts everywhere. He notified me yesterday of a medicine that he thought I should ask my doctor about. So Sarah called the doctor and they called it in for me. So today I get to start taking that, and it has worked wonders for people. So I am hoping that within the next week or so I am out of pain and I can go back to living life, basically, because it has stopped me from doing everything, and work has been brutal on me. So anyway, let's get down the road. We're going to talk today about how do you price your yards. And this is, you know, they've got guys that do it scientifically through, you know, this many square footage and this and that. I don't do that. I'm just going to let you know right now, I'm not a scientific guy, period. Sarah's the scientist, not me. But we'll get into how I do it, and we'll see how close I am to how they, because I do know the 1 acre property that I bid at $90, I'm going to share with you what another company did by looking at a map and by doing the square footage, and I'll show you how close I was. So I'll see you in a minute, guys. Okay, guys, this is one we are going to record next week. I have never recorded this yard. It's a good bit of it is push mowing. All this gets push mowed because it's raised up real high all the way down through there. This gets cut with the big mower. And then I've shown you the back, but I've never recorded. So next week, we're going to record this one for you. Whole backyard gets push mowed. And let me tell you, I want to thank the Lord I did not spend the money on one of those Skag 30 inchers. This little personal pace Toro that I've got, that thing is 5 years old now. Best mower I've ever bought. Cost me $500 back then. It was $5.99. He gave me $100 off. The new model for that is $900. Can you believe that? In just 5 years. Went up $400. So, whew, I just got off the phone with Dalen. He called me, he said, Doc, you put that belt on that Tiger cap for me and it's not working. My clutch isn't coming on. He's like, I got down by the clutch and I could actually pull the belt off the clutch. I said, that's not nothing wrong with the belt. I said, get down under your deck and see if your spring broke. And he's like, oh man, you gotta be kidding. I knew it. There's just things you do this job so long, man, you just know what's going on with these mowers. And that was a sure sign that the spring broke. I don't know which one broke, but always break right on them little ends. So unfortunately he has to leave his job, go to Buckeye Power Cells, get a spring. He's bringing the mower over tomorrow and dropping it off with me over the weekend, and then he'll come get it sometime next week. I'll get it done for him and save him, because right now they're behind 3 weeks and they're going to charge him at least $100 and some to do that. And it's not, if y'all have done the springs, you know they're not that bad. So all right, guys, on to the last one. Let's get some footage and then we will talk about pricing yards. So I'll see you in a minute. got a little squirrely. There's a part in the yard that kind of has a dip, so it kind of moves the mower, but looks pretty good. Just changed the blades just in between the last yard and this yard. But to be honest, the blades that I had on there for 2 days were sharp as, man, they were sharp. So really didn't have to, but I'm gonna get this done. We'll get back to the house, we'll talk. I'll see you guys in a few. All right guys, all done, back at the house. So if you guys remember that yard that I quoted the lady 90 bucks on, the 1 acre. She had a company do a Google of it. Let me see, I don't know if you guys can even see me or not. They quoted her 87 bucks. So $3 to the good I was. What I want to say about quoting prices, okay, I've heard guys say, oh man, I got a neighborhood where I do 50 houses and I charge $35 a house and I make a ton of money. Why would you do that? Why would you even do that? I've seen guys, I've heard guys say, my minimum is $75. You wouldn't be cutting anything that I cut. So your minimum would be $0 because nobody would pay 75 bucks to have their lawn cut. Unless we're talking like an acre, okay? My rule of thumb, how I do it, is I try to make $100 per hour. I want my machine to make $100 in an hour. Doesn't always work that way. I have some yards where I do 2 yards. It takes me 38 minutes to 45 minutes. I make $85. So I start trimming the next 15 minutes on the other ones. So I'm not quite at 100 an hour on some, and there are some that I can do 3 in a row and make in 2 hours, make 250 bucks. So I'm making more than 100 an hour. But my goal has always been $100 an hour. So I would say I'm fairly close. Now, take away travel time and all that. I'm talking about the actual time that the mower is running. So if you look at your mower at the start of the day and you're on 100 hours, if you mow 6 hours and you've made $700, then you have eclipsed the $100 an hour mark in mowing. Because I mean, you can add trimming and blowing in it, and that's all well and good, as you should, but to me, a typical yard, a smaller yard, 5,000 to 8,000 square foot, should be anywhere from $40 to $50. What makes it more? The amount of trimming I have to do, the amount of cleanup I have to do. If there's a swimming pool, if there's a lot of obstacles, a lot of tree beds, do I need a chute blocker for the yard? Because that's extra stuff I have to clean up. Now, I have some yards that I make $55 in 20 minutes. And I have some yards where I make $100 in an hour and a half. So it all equals out, but I would say I'm close to the $100 an hour mark. It depends on the size of equipment you have too, guys. You're not going to get that done with a 21 or a 30-inch mower, usually, okay? Usually. Unless you are flat out getting it. But as far as pricing a yard, let's just use this one as an example. This yard across the street from me, okay? Super small front yard. That's going to be done in less than 3 minutes. The backyard is on a hill, so it has to be push mowed. So for something like that, I always take into account push mowing. That yard right there, I would probably charge 45 to 50 because I have to push mow the back. Now, if that front yard was that way and the backyard was the same size, I couldn't ask for more than 40 from that. It's just small, guys. It's small. With the 54-inch on that front yard, I'm done in less than 3 minutes. If the backyard's the same, I'm done in 6 minutes. Trimming, everything, 15 minutes out the door, 40 bucks. How do you not make money off that? I know some guys would say, well, man, I wouldn't do that for less than 50. Well, okay, you probably wouldn't get it, but it's not worth it. There's nothing there that says, oh, that's worth $50. So I don't know, man. You guys tell me. Pricing for me is fairly simple. If there's a lot of trimming, the price goes up. If it's just straight out, just mowing and trimming around the house and a couple sidewalks, it's 45, 50 bucks. Now, I will say this year, I don't do anything for less than 50. I'll tell you that, because of Sleepy Joe and this economy. Things are rough. They're horrible. I mean, saying they're rough is just ridiculous. It's horrible right now. Let's just be honest. So we have to make money, man. Everything costs way more, and we have to make money. So, I don't know, you know, what do you guys charge? How do you figure it out? I know you can go by square footage, and you can go by this, and you can go by that. I'm not a scientific guy, like I told you. I look at something, if it doesn't take me that long, I'm not going to charge you that much. If it takes me a long time, I'm going to charge you more. I can tell you this much, hedge trimming, I charge a premium for that. I do. Because that is a lot of work, and it has to be, in my opinion, it has to be perfect. I'm not just getting out. I've seen guys jump out, 4 or 5 guys out of a truck, and they just start clipping away, and then they blow the clippings in the yard and mow them over, and they move on to the next one. It's not me. That is going to be perfect, or I'm not leaving until it is. So just differences in the way people do things, man. But I truly don't believe there is some kind of, I'm sure somebody out there in YouTube land has this formula they use to figure out how much to charge. Pooey on that, man. The formula is, how much do you need to make? How much do you want to make? How much do you need to make a living? Those are the formulas you need to look at. So anyway, guys, I am done for the day. Went to pick my medicine up. They called in the wrong thing, so another day in pain. I'm about sick and tired of this. But anyway, hope you guys had a blessed day. Hope you enjoyed the video. I will, maybe we'll do a live stream tomorrow night and talk about all this stuff. But all right, guys, I'll talk to you soon. As always, Dr. Real was in the house. Keep it real. We got mulch coming tomorrow. We got Dalen, and we may have guests. So we'll see you soon. Peace.